That really is something special. Just look at that. That is our meatball boat made. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today, meatball boats. Fantastic recipe, easy to come together. I'm using minced chicken breast. Now you can use beef or pork or anything, it doesn't matter. We're opting for chicken today, just for a change. And we are using hoagie rolls or my French rolls. Okay, we made these on the channel the other day. So it's a way of using up those and making a dish out of it. Our chicken breast meat then, we are going to season it up with Italian herbs and garlic powder, onion powder, but and some Parmesan actually. But the first job for us, we have some breadcrumbs. And we're going in there with some milk. A little bit of milk in there. Now you can use water as well, it doesn't matter. Give that a little mix up. That's going to rehydrate a little bit in there. And today it is an oven recipe, and the oven is going to be on about 190 because we are going to cook the chicken balls in there. Now you could pan fry, not a problem, that's up to you. But the oven's going to be on for melting cheese all over these, so you might as well use the oven all the way around. Right, our chicken breast then. This is a couple of chicken breasts minced up, we mince it here. That is Parmesan cheese. Seasoning, so we're going to go in there with some pepper. And we're going to go in there with some salt. Now it is always salt and pepper to taste. We want a pinch of Italian herbs. Link in the description to make Italian herbs. For the meatballs, garlic powder, onion powder, and we are going to give that a little stir through, just like that. So that's going to flavour up our meatballs. In there with our breadcrumbs, stir it in, give it a squidge up. Now all this can be stirred in for now. We're not making any meatballs at the moment. All the breadcrumbs are going to take on all the moisture in that chicken and herb mix. It's going to make it easier to roll up into balls, but it's still going to be sticky. Chicken always is sticky. That'll do for now. We're going to chuck that to one side. We're going to take our hoagie rolls. Okay, I've got some garlic in here with some butter. Now you could use garlic powder and butter, but I don't mind the strong garlic taste. But if you want to put garlic powder in there, and I'll put that in the recipe actually. And we're going to go in there a little pinch of Italian herbs. We're going to give that a mix up. So now we've got some garlic butter. Absolutely fantastic. Our rolls. Did I say make sure you got the oven on at 190? I hope I did. Right, our rolls. These are my rolls. Okay, now what you want to do, we're making boats. Now we want to come in there with a knife. We do not want to hollow these right out to the bottom. We want boats. Now, I've got, obviously these are mine, and this is good bread as you can see. What we need to do is either hollow it out, or if we can squash it down. Well, it's not going to squash down obviously because we made the bread. So we're going to come in there like that. And when I'm saying squash it down, if you buy bought bread, it's quite hollow and you can squash it down. So let's just come under there with a knife. and under there. I want to whip that out of there. Okay, so we've got this. That is our boat. Now I am squashing that down. That's going to give us a decent base in the bottom of there. We've got these lovely sides going on there, look. Can we get any more off of this? Of course we can. We're not going to waste any of it. Keep that bit. So there you go. We're using up all the bread. So there's one boat, look. That's easy, isn't it? So we'll do this other roll. Okay, straight forward. There's our boats. We're going in there with that garlic butter. This is going to put that super duper garlic flavour under our meatballs. Just a little added flavour, which really peps this up. A little bit of a extra step, but you know, it's worth it. So just nice and steady in there. You can come up the sides if you want, that's up to you. It's all about the flavour. There we go. We got these fantastic boats going on there, look. Right, we're not going to waste these crusts. Okay, straight in there. Now do this on a breadboard, don't do anything stupid like this. Got these scissors here, look, come on. Cut them into little cubes. Little olive oil. Little bit of seasoning. Now you can put a little bit of salt in there. And then we have got some croutons. On the spur croutons. Let's give that a mix over. Let it soak up that garlic. One side. Whoa, we're moving now, aren't we? Right, we've had all that in there. We're going to add some egg. Stir it all in. That's going to act as a binder for our meatballs. So the flavour and everything should be in there now. That is fabulous. Right, you want to be grabbing yourself a tray. It doesn't matter what you're going to use. The meatballs are going to cook in there. And we're going to heat up that bread too. So, you decide which tray you want and how big your meatballs are going to be to fit your meatball boats. Up to you. Today we will be using our marinara sauce. Now, we made the marinara sauce the other day on the channel. Okay, what we want to do is put a little bit of oil in that tin, like that. And you can oil up your hands for this next job, or you can get some water. Either way, these meatballs are going to be as sticky as heck. And you just grab yourself some mix and do not squash it up too much. We don't want to compress this. We just want a little ball shape. And it doesn't have to be perfectly round. Let's not go crazy. You know, when it cooks, it can either cook round or it might just all plop down. That doesn't matter. Fabulous. Wash dandies, wash everything. Okay, a simple recipe. We're going to chuck this in the oven. It's going in at the same time. Okay. Now, these are only going in for 4 to 5 minutes, the boats. They're coming out because they're going to go back in again when the chicken balls are cooked. Now what we're going to do is cook these for about 15-18 minutes, and we're going to turn them halfway just to try and get a little bit of colouring all the way around. So in it all goes. Okay, when you've had about 4 to 5 minutes on that bread, out it comes, and on the side you want to be turning over your chicken balls. Nearly chicken squares, look. No worries. There we go, back in the oven. So while that chicken's finishing in there, in its time, because it's going to go back in here in a minute, we want to be warming our marinara sauce. Remember our bits of extra bread in there? There is our boats ready for filling. Mozzarella cheese in there. Now you don't have to go crazy, but that's going to give us a melty bit in the bottom. Sauce in there. Come on, in there. Our meatballs. Oh, look at those. A little bit of mozzarella in there. Only a little bit. We're just sticking it up with the cheese. And over there with some more of that marinara sauce. Come on. On there, some more mozzarella. Come on, we want it melting over the top as it goes in the oven. And on there, a little bit of Parmesan to give that extra cheesy flavour. That back in the oven. And we're going in the oven with our croutons. So how are your croutons? They're done. Come on, we're out. Whoa, look at those things. Come on there with a little bit of parsley. And then we're going to serve up. A little bit of curly stuff on there. A little bit of cucumber, some tomato. Look at that. Croutons on there. A little drizzling of olive oil. Now you can do balsamic, you can do anything you like. Some of that sauce on there. And then select your boat on there. Look at that. That is absolutely sensational. That really is something special. Just look at that. That is our meatball boat made. Fabulous. Come on. We got to get in on this. Come on. Nice little crunch on there, look. Come on, let's get in. Where do you start? Oh man. Come on in here. Nice crunch through that bread. There you go, looky in there. That is a delicious chicken meatball. Oh yes please. Oh, that is super duper moist. It's got our herbs in there. Flavour bursting. Oh, it is off the charts. Nice crunch on our bread. Meatballs are absolutely delicious. They've got that Parmesan in there with those herbs and everything. Our seasoning. They're lovely and moist. Fantastic. But don't forget you can make it with beef or pork. Up to you. Fantastic. If you like what we're doing, tell your friends. Tell your friends how easy it is to make a meatball boat. Serve it with some salad. Delicious. Covered in pasta sauce, look. And if you do like what we're doing, it's a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell. we'll catch you in the next video. Oh, come on, stuff your face. Wow. Oh, stringy mozzarella.